Somebody decided to bring up the little drama between Yandy and Rasheeda.
Yandy started talking about how she wished Rasheeda was there for her more and would have her back.
Rasheeda basically kind of paid her dust.
Now Rasheeda hands in the air, and I know when Rasheeda started throwing that big ass rock on her finger around like this, when she started doing this, she don't give a F.
I'm not friends with you, or you.
The only one that's my ride and die right now is Kurt Frost.
I'm like,
this was just going crazy.
you could definitely tell Rasheeda was over it. Her eyes rolled back to the time Kurt wore the 3 earrings.
What confused me is how all of a sudden you such a friend and you never checked on her when the Cannon thing happened. You never checked on her even when it came alive. When Jasmine came back, you never even checked on her then. But y'all friends.
The more we learn, the more it seems that Rasheeda is exactly who K. Michelle said she was. A friend to nobody. It's giving misery and loving company, okay? Rasheeda just confirmed the cheating allegations surrounding Mendeecees, and the internet is losing its mind. Mendeecees and Kurt have been fighting ever since Kurt implied that what Jasmine said about Mendeecees sniffing around other women was true. The beef even spilled over into Rasheeda's and Yandy's relationship that apparently didn't even exist in the first place, because Rasheeda made it clear that she and Yandy were never really friends like that, and that they had just been portraying themselves this way for the cameras.
Me and Yandy have not had that type of relationship. Like, we don't talk about our husbands, and I know people see the television side of things, and we are in the same friend circles, but there's levels to friendships. And that's the thing, like, she has her close, tight, bestie friends. Like I said, my friends, like, when I go through stuff, we're there to hold each other down, not when the camera on, but in real life. You know, and not for a one-up to look good, because if you really felt like you've been holding me down, well, where were you, baby? That's all I'm saying is where you was at. I'm gonna be.
Now, Rasheeda is doubling down on what she said, blasting Yandy and Mendeecees' marriage for being fake. She claimed that he's been stepping out this whole time and even has a sugar baby that everyone knows about. And if you know anything about Yandy, it's that she doesn't play when it comes to her man and her family, and you can bet that Rasheeda's comments have just made things 10 times worse. Now, Yandy and Rasheeda are both women who like to throw stones and hide their hands, and they have both been stirrers of pots in different situations. But at the very least, we all thought that they would have each other's back, right? Rasheeda and Yandy are OGs on Love and Hip Hop, and they have both got the most in common with their men dogging them out and doing the most. Now, Yandy has always had Rasheeda's back, even when she wasn't there, and the main reason why Yandy ain't kikiing with Jasmine is because she wanted to stay loyal to Rasheeda. But it looks like Yandy has been loyal to the wrong person all this time, because as soon as Jasmine turned her attention to Mendeecees, Rasheeda flipped and wasted no time painting Yandy and Mendeecees' marriage in a very bad light.
I would like for you and your husband or boyfriend, girl, whatever y'all call it, to get on the same page. I'm not even sure if they're legally married or not.
Am I the only one who thinks that Rasheeda has been dying to do something like this? For the longest time, she and Kirk made it clear that everything that came out of Jasmine's mouth was a lie. So if you believed anything that Jasmine said, then best believe that you were perceived as the enemy. But as soon as Jasmine had something to say about Mendeecees cheating on Yandy, oh, now she's telling the truth?
Kirk, if you're gonna stand on that everything Jasmine say got truth on it, then I have to take account that everything she say about you is true. I don't know her. That is your woman, that's your baby mother. You deal with that. Leave me the alone.
Child, Rasheeda has been enjoying herself thoroughly ever since Yandy was put on the hot seat to answer for Mendeecees cheating on her. She isn't even trying to hide the fact at this point that she has called Yandy out for trying to protect her man from receiving any backlash. Yandy was taken aback by Rasheeda not even trying to stick up for her, because like we said, one thing about Yandy is she has always had Rasheeda's back no matter what. And it got to a point where she and Mendeecees had to sit down with Kirk and Rasheeda to clear up this Jasmine mess.
I've heard a lot of things. Females talking about they have Mendeecees' name tattooed on them and videos out of females with him or something. I don't know. It's really not my place to tell anybody anything about their man.
And well, Rasheeda didn't have anything positive to say, and even denied knowing anything about Jasmine's run-in with Yandy until it was later exposed that she did know and lied about it. From the start, it kind of sounded like Rasheeda believed that there was some truth to what was being said, and even went as far as saying that she and Yandy weren't friends and that there was never any need for loyalty between them.
What confused me is how all of a sudden you such a friend and you never checked on her when the Cannon thing happened. When Jasmine came back, you never even checked on her then, but y'all friends.
At the end of the day, I know what you're doing, and it's okay. And if people want to run with it and say Rasheeda's not a good friend, she's not where your man stick his penis ain't got nothing to do with it.
To Yandy, that was just crazy because she had really been the one person defending Rasheeda and Kirk's marriage, even when everyone came for them. And why, in her ever-loving mind, would she go to bat for someone who wasn't even her friend? Child, it wasn't looking good for their friendship, and both women made it a point to avoid each other until Yandy let out all the rage and anger simmering beneath the surface.
So Yandy start yelling and she just like, oh, so we not friends? I'm all in these bitches' face for you.
I don't know who left the room first, but that was the end of that kickback. That was the end of that fun, and it was over.
And well, Rasheeda wasn't going to let Yandy play her like that and took their fight as a go-ahead to do and say whatever she wanted. All bets were off, and Rasheeda started spilling all the details about Yandy and Mendeecees' relationship that they didn't want people knowing about. She clapped back at them, calling the couple only boyfriend and girlfriend even after 2 weddings. She also said that there have been numerous reports brought to her about Mendeecees stepping out of his relationship.
This is what I will say. I've seen things, and that's just it. That people have brought to me. Let me say it like that.
Did you ever go to her with the things you've seen? Why not?
Because I don't do stuff like that.
So even if Yandy is trying to act like it wasn't true, everyone in Atlanta basically knew that Mendeecees was never faithful and had always had a side beat that he was dealing with. And of course, Kirk supported his wife. Maybe he even had more smoke for Mendeecees than Rasheeda has for Yandy. He said that Mendeecees needs to get his affairs in order with his other baby mamas. He also claimed the reason why Yandy and Mendeecees wanted to get into it with him and Rasheeda was so they could remain relevant on the show. Child, can you believe that they were actually supposed to be friends? Any sort of peace between the two couples is going all the way downhill, expeditiously. After seeing Rasheeda and Kirk run their mouth with Carlos King, Mendeecees immediately took to IG and said, "What type of man keeps another man's name in their mouth?" Shaking my head, I'm about to start disrespecting everybody. If you allow your woman to mention my name, then she can get it too. He went on to add, I don't say ish about people's polyamorous relationships. I mind my business because I don't give a F. Please stop talking about me and mines. And Yandy wasn't about to let that slide either. She blasted Rasheeda for talking about her relationship when she wasn't in any position to be giving commentary on other people's marriage, especially when she continuously rewards Kirk for cheating on her. If there was any chance of them ever rekindling their friendship, that's officially off the table. And there's no way that Yandy can ever look at Rasheeda the same after everything that's been done. We know both women have been messy, but this time around, Rasheeda has really got a lot of nerve. And this whole thing just reminds people of how she treated K. Michelle. Rasheeda is trash because now you're believing what Jasmine said about Mendeecees, but not about Kirk? Okay, LOL. Whack AF, because trust, there would be footage of Mendeecees out doing God knows whatever. Still no proof, just a bunch of hearsay. I want the girls to pay Rasheeda the dust she deserves and really let Kirk be her only friend like she keeps begging for. And I'm no Yandy Luther King fan, but still, it's enough. Rasheeda is a bird. I used to like Rasheeda, but the real her showed up. Now folks can see who she really is. Rasheeda doesn't know anything about loyalty. But what do y'all think about this? Would you have ever thought that Rasheeda and Yandy would be falling out? Share your thoughts in the comments and make sure you like and subscribe because there is more coming that you just don't want to miss. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye, baddies.